tour of the Luo-Nyanza region, which concluded on Monday, has raised questions on whether his latest charm offensive to the region will pay off in 2027. The president, who unleashed a bag of goodies to the Luo-Nyanza region, did not shy away from expressing his interest to win the region for the 2027 poll. Pundits, among them Professor Herman Manyora, say the president's tour could be a game changer on his re-election in 2027. Apollo Kamau now reports.
President William Ruto's 4-day tour of Raila Odinga's political backyard of Luo-Nyanza, where he launched several infrastructure projects in the traditional opposition zone, had all the hallmarks of his 2027 re-election game plan, begging the question on whether his latest charm offensive can win Nyanza from Odinga.
Nipatia kwamba kitu huko kwetu, hata nyinyi mnipatie kitu hapa nyumbani. Ndio ikuwe fair ama namna gani? Tumekubaliana? Wale wanasema tumekubaliana, nione.
Tutaenda draw next time. Agomba afanye half term na wewe ufanye half term.
Watu wa Kisumu.
Political analyst Herman Manyora says the president's successful tour and the ongoing bipartisan talks at the Bomas of Kenya, which Odinga has refrained from commenting on until they are concluded, may be a pointer of a deal in the offing if it has not happened already.
President Ruto will get the votes of Nyanza in 2027. It will depend on the dynamics. It will depend on where Raila will stand. It will depend on what we get from Bomas. So in the event he gets a nod from Raila, which is most likely, there should be no problem. Because I'm thinking Bomas may produce a certain structure of government that it can accommodate about 5 to 6 people. So I have this feeling 2027 may be a year of compromise. Maybe a year where we have negotiated democracy. Where Raila tells Ruto, okay, fine, we pass this in Bomas, Kalonzo gets this, maybe Mimi, I get this, somebody else gets this, and you go to State House unopposed. That's what I suspect.
Since Friday, the president was received by all the Luo-Nyanza governors, anchored his message to the region on his past relationship with Odinga, including his contribution to making Odinga Prime Minister. He further assured the region that it will not be discriminated in development, terming the move as backward and primitive, a comment seen as a sly backhand at Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's political stand of shareholders first.
It is primitive and backwards for anybody to imagine that any region of Kenya cannot get development on account of how they voted. That is not right. That is not correct.
Because my reading of the politics of this country is that Raila has a deal with Ruto. And that deal, from my reading, may not have much space for Rigathi Gachagua. And remember also, Ruto has been endearing himself through action and word and everything, through deed and he is comfortable that he has Western. He's comfortable that Nyanza is not hostile to him. By the way, the Luos are not hostile to Ruto. They have never been. You see, small disagreements about elections. But they have never been. There's no hatred like the Luos will have against somebody like Uhuru before the handshake.
Despite the president gaining ground in what is now his 4th trip to Nyanza, Odinga's allies have downplayed the tour, saying Luo-Nyanza remains Odinga's stronghold, asserting that previous attempts by former presidents to win the region through development projects have not been fruitful.
Lazima mutanizoea. Ndio. Kwa sababu hata mimi nimejipanga kuwazoea. Si namna hiyo? Kwa sababu hakuna rais mwingine, rais ni mimi.
Apart from development, President Ruto's return trip to the region is also motivated by lack of a clear successor to Odinga, making Luo-Nyanza a potential hunting ground for votes as Odinga's political career enters its sunset years. Apollo Kamau, TV 47.
Thank you, Apollo, for that. Stakeholders